friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com, and today I have a card share to do with all of you. And you guys might remember a while back last year I had started a card capsule kit, which was a ton of fun, but I never got the chance to finish it off. And this was another step in the right direction to me finishing it off, and I hope you guys are excited today to see everything I made. So luckily I stumbled upon a wonderful channel here on YouTube called Call Me Crafty Al, and she had this wonderful series that she was doing called SheetLoad of cards. So you take a sheet of paper, in this case 6x6 in her directions, cut it a certain way, and you'll have different types of coordinating cards you can make from those pieces. And I had an absolute blast with it. Now, the one I ended up doing from her page is the March 2023. And what I will say is, if you don't like cutting paper, it's definitely not for you. But she has PDFs with all of the information you need on her channel. So I'll link her channel down below as well as this one. You guys will have a lot of fun. It ended up making 8 cards if you follow the rules. I broke the rules a little bit, so I have a little bit of leftovers. But you only need 4 sheets of 6x6 paper and cardstock sheets depending on what style you want. I used some different ones, so I did more cuts. But at least 2 sheets of cardstock for the layering. And then you'll need 8 card bases to continue forth. So she has all the measurements here, an example, what you need, what you get, all the fun things. You can also go over there and subscribe to her channel and become a monthly member, and you'll get a lot more stuff. So excited to be able to have this inspiration from her, let alone on the free section of her YouTube channel, but I'm sure there is much more if you become a member. So I thought I would share with you guys what I ended up doing with my card capsule kit and with her instructions and how it all came to be. So you guys might remember my card capsule kit includes 3 6x6 pieces or pads of paper. I had these wonderful Dollar Tree dimensional cat stickers, which was the main ploy of making the kit, so I could use up these. We're so close, I only have one more, so there'll probably be one last video finishing off the card capsule kit so I can show you guys how much of it I used. And then I had 4 stamp sets. I have this Neat and Tangled Perfect one, little 2 cats cuddling, the Lawn Fawn How You Doin'. This is a Recollections Cheeky Modern. This is their pop collection because the cactuses worked well with the cat cactuses. And then similarly, the Pink Fresh Studio Simply Succulents to go with the cat cactuses, of course. So knowing that we started there, it was quite easy to pick out some different patterns to tackle her idea of cutting them in a certain way. So what I really did was kind of had 2 areas. I had the blues and I had the pinks, because that's what a lot of the pattern papers in these collections I had pulled out utilized. I believe the first one I ended up making was this one. It's all over on Patreon if you want to see the behind the scenes. You can check it out there. That's where I upload those things. And what's nice is I had a bunch of card bases already ready, so most of this was just assembly and some stamping and coloring. And this has helped me fall back in love with coloring again. If you guys have coloring tools and you don't find yourself using them a lot, something like this type of challenge where you give yourself a stamp set that needs coloring in it, and actually, you know, forcing yourself to do so, you might find you have a little bit more fun with it. So I started making a bunch of these, and I didn't have any rhyme or reason to make cards. I just wanted more cards on hand. You guys know, usually a birthday comes up, you need a thank you card. Something happens where you need something and you don't have it, and this is where your stash of cards can come in. So I wanted different sentiments and different color schemes for different people. This one features one of the cat cactuses from the Dollar Tree. And again, I did some actual different styles this time. I love when a card opens from the side instead of up and down. I just think it adds a little bit something unique. This one was fun because it is 1, very busy, and 2, I got to use some ephemera instead. So that's what's really nice about some of these things that Crafty Alley has been doing is there's so many different options. They all look slightly different despite being so similar. So I've got some craft-based ones and some white cardstock-based ones. And you'll also see in the example she shows you, she actually does different pattern papers at the top and bottom, but on some of mine I use the same, and it just gives it a fun look. Fun and different, honestly. I like that it has variety. On some of them I included the insert, which it looks like the adhesive I used is popping off because of the humidity, so we'll have to tackle that with some more adhesive. But mixing and matching the cats with the patterns was probably the hardest part, was picking out the pattern papers. And as you can imagine, like this one was one of the hardest ones I struggled with because of all the patterns here on the cat cactus, and then the stripes, and then this weird pink color that didn't go with the blues. But really what was nice was I got to use a bunch of pieces of cardstock. I still have some really ready to cut and be put into more card bases because I did add more cardstock than she recommended because I wanted that variety. But even just these cards here, you can see, even though they are the exact same template, they're different. This one I did a thicker band so I could do more stamping. This one a thinner one. This one has it centered instead of offset as much. We have the little enamel dots on all of them, so that's a similarity, something that I love using, and it's nice to clear out some of the random colors I have in my stash. And then we'll go to the next set here, and you'll see those patterns repeat, the same different cardstocks and pattern papers, but same template, different results. I really think that this one might be my all-time favorite. I did a little orange kitty, which I don't experiment with coloring animals enough. I usually do quite flat colors, no patterns, but this kitty has some stripes. And what was nice was I didn't use like all of the stamp sets, obviously. I only used a couple of them, mostly these two. And that was purely from the cat theme I was trying to stick with. So Wishing You a Possum Day works a lot better than, you know, some of these other ones, especially with the thicker sentiments over here. Like these are an inch tall, wouldn't necessarily fit as well. But the nice thing is once you have a base down, you have your patterns cut, you can always do like a circle punch for one of these larger and you stack it. So really it's just a great starting off point if you're looking to do more cards faster and more fun. And I really got a hold of the cutting a lot faster than I thought I would, since you're cutting, you know, 3 to 4 different pattern papers or more, depending on how many cards you want to end up with. But if you're cutting them, you'll know, okay, this line, this line, this line. And if you have a trimmer that has lines like these, you could always put a piece of washi tape up top with a number on it. So like if I put a piece of red washi here and it said 1, well then I know my first cut has to be at 2.5 inches, and then my second cut, and then my third cut. So something to help escalate it so you can go a little bit faster through your card making process. But I just wanted to do a quick card share today. I'm still working through my card kit. I only have one little cat cactus left. I debated trying to finish it for this, but since the actual sheet load of cards is only destined to make 8 cards, and this is the one I struggled with the most with the patterns I had already picked out, I decided I would just run with it, do the 8 how I wanted them, and just have one more card video coming to finish off this card capsule kit. Let me know if you guys are doing a card capsule kit this summer. It's nice to have some of these just ready to go in your stash when you want to make cards but don't want to have to fuss with stamps, paper, and sentiments. They're just in a little box for you waiting to go. So let me know, of course, which one was your favorite card. It's hard to fit them all in frame, but we can do such as that, at least a little bit more in frame. Again, I think this one's my favorite, but this one's a close second. I wish I used this stamp a couple more times, but I really do hope you guys enjoyed this little card share, and will go check her out on her channel. Call me Crafty Al. Amazing stuff over on her channel. Even if you're not trying to be up to date with the current stuff or being a member, go check out her older videos. Really great stuff, really great tips, and her cards are equally as beautiful as the ones in her examples. Actually, she does a ton of examples, which is really great. So definitely check her out if you haven't already. I'll have the link down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.